What's up YouTube? ODST General back again. And today I've got some Operation Trebuchet news. Actually quite a lot. You guys are going to have to forgive me if I sound a little bit off. Obviously I'm still sick. I'll probably be sick for a little while here. I tend to take forever to get sick and then be sick for a long time too. At any rate, we've got a city here made by Nightovizard. I hope I pronounced that right. I know you've been in the community forever. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that correctly. So this isn't an official city, but it's kind of his vision, so it gives you kind of an idea of what we might expect from the actual Operation Trebuchet city, Elysium City. And I'll have some more screenshots to follow of that actually being developed here and the layout of that city, or at least a section of it. But let's check out this place first here. Let's go ahead. That's been a little bit since I've done anything in Zeus. CDF, we're gonna want a car. And let's just go with an unarmed warthog. We're going to go to modules. That's been a while. Okay, yeah. Oh, try that again. There we go. Alright guys, so let's take our modified warthog. The entryway go. It's over here. God, I landed somewhere really weird, didn't I? So I like how he merged the buildings together to make them look like they're varied in design. I think that's cool. I mean, obviously the ground is still the sand, or the salt lake, I should say, but getting past that, it looks really good. Ground level. Scared some cars around for, you know, good effect. Oh, what's going on there? And, you know, like a lot of people always say, it's really the small things that bring something together. So it's good to see they've added stuff like these little plants in the like the center of the roads, and you know, you got your walkways and stuff. I guess the walkways might actually be used gameplay wise, but you know, it's good to see stuff like that. I don't know if this is just supposed to be like a walking path under here too, or if this is actually supposed to be a road that you got walkways that go above it. Not sure what's going on with these barriers here though. I guess that's the only thing they got in time until we see the actual barriers that they're working on, because they will have barriers to block off the roads and stuff. We got some footpaths over here. So let's hop out. Let's take one of these civilian cruisers. So I haven't played a whole lot of Arma recently. I'll probably be playing a lot more soon here, just waiting to see Nerd's RPG go up. Ooh, maybe that was a bad choice. Yeah, that's a bad choice. That thing doesn't handle too well off-road. So, got the, I guess this is the city center right here, if I remember what I saw from the, yeah, from the sky. This is pretty much your city center right here. So you've got a fairly big park going in the center here. You've got streets going every which way. Civilian warthog. Oh, that's right. I can't run that one over. That won't work. This won't work at all. None of this. Okay. This little underhang here, or overhang, or whatever you want to call it, underhang. I've never heard that before. It's pretty good though. Be nice to see once some more of those are completed. Those kiosks and stuff. Those look really good. And now you guys know you can get up here, you know, with a turreted warthog. You know, just imagine Covenant attacking this city. You know, in your group of Marines, you set up some barriers on the top of this walkway. You hop onto the back of the machine gun warthog that you got up here. You're just mowing, you know, leads and ghosts down as they come down through the through that tunnel over there, you know, they start to overrun your position, so, you know, you and your crew get out of there with the Warthog, you know, you speed off like that. Can't really speed off with that there, but, you know. Definitely gonna be harder maneuvering this with the Warthog's new handling. It doesn't turn quite as good as it used to. Sorry again about being sick, guys. I know there's not much I can do about that, but I'm sure that's exactly what you guys wanted to hear coming into this video, is just me hacking up a storm. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember seeing that building on my last video. I know this hasn't been updated since then, so it had to have been in. Got the glass and stuff in the front. That's pretty cool looking. Like I said, I'm not sure if these buildings are actually textured or not, if this is what they're gonna look like. Because obviously a lot of the buildings in ODST kind of had this prefabricated concrete look to them. But I can't help but feel like that's like what they got going on in the windows there is going to be changed. I probably just like, what's going on in the windows there? What's wrong with my windows? I feel bad. Handbrake doesn't really work on this. So this is really cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun to play in, and hopefully there's some missions out there that are already using this. I'd love to use it. Maybe I'll set up something to play in a little bit later here, set up a squad of ODST or something to fight off some elites. But yeah, I mean, so this is pretty cool here. I'm really liking the city. I'm especially looking forward to Elysium City, which is the official version that will be coming out, and that's going to have, you know, even more goodies. It's going to have the rail line and stuff going through it, so it's going to be really cool to see. Give me a minute here, guys, as I transition over. We're going to switch into picture mode here, because I got a lot of pictures to show you guys, and go over that stuff here. So give me a few minutes, and we'll be back. Alright, guys, bear with me. I apologize on the audio shift. I changed programs to record the rest of this. And, you know, obviously bear with the coffee and stuff still. So basically the first thing we've got is a roadway that's raised elevation. If you guys have played ODST, you know, this is the last level that you're driving along. You know, you've got the engineer and you're protecting the mammoth or whatever it's called. I can't remember. The elephant. That's what it was. The garbage truck. And you're driving down the highway trying to protect it. That's what this roadway is. This isn't the finalized texture. I do have some more pictures of that here to go over soon. I also am not sure if I have every picture that's been released recently, just for the fact that the Imager's having issues right now, so I can't check to see if I got all the pictures that has been uploaded in the past week. So, you know, this has been released with a number of other things too, and I should go over that as soon as I can find my browser. So we had two uplinks, one on the 17th and one on the 16th, or not 16th, the 25th. So this roadway here, this roadway stuff was on the 17th, right? That's what I just said, yeah. So this roadway and stuff was on the 17th. We move on to this next one here, and we've got a on and off ramp set up. Basically, it's got the divider ends, and then you merge into the middle and you go down. And you'll see another angle of this, and it looks really cool the way it works. So basically, go down in the middle and get on and off the highway that way. Going further, there's another angle of it, and there's a Warthog jumping off the top of it. I'm sure you guys did this some in the in ODST too. You drive up over and you drive right off. I don't know if that's going to work out in Arma with Arma physics, but good for you if you try. So before I move on to the rest of the images here, let me go over the rest of the uplink for the 17th. NATO Visitor made a Zeus mission. We saw that one. That's why I did first. Chris Leap Trot Uploaded a video playing Optray that you can watch. That's on the uplink. Jester814 uploaded a gameplay video of himself as the lone survivor in the Pelican mission. Obviously these images, and that was the 17th update, so that was a pretty short update. And then we go up to the 25th, but there's some stuff that's been released in between. And I think most of what's released on the 25th was most related to a combination of the structures and like fan work. So now I'm just double checking. I think I missed one picture in here, so I'll have to add that in. I won't talk about it. Oh wait, no, I do have it in there. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll go on. We'll talk more about these pictures. So the next picture we got here is the overpass or underpass, whatever you want to call it, from a different angle. You see the on and off ramp going across. There's a three-way intersection they've set up. I don't know if that's part of the model or how that's going to work. They also have some ground level roads that are put on here, so it looks really good. The road seems to have built-in sidewalk or something with it. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle. They got the street lights on there. Just looks really good. Really like that. Going on, we've got another angle again of the on and off ramp. This time it is fully textured. Looking a lot better now. And just got the fence and stuff up there, just shooting down into the lower part that you see. Going on to the next image here, we've got another shot from the highway, but this actually is highlighting a different area. This looks like a industrial area or something. You've got the highway running alongside the monorail or whatever you want to call it. Sorry, guys. And then in the background, you got some roads and some dome structures and a couple of scattered buildings here and there. And you'll see another shot of this area. Pretty quick here. So I've got some images from inside the city, and I think these might have been previously uploaded in my last video, but I wasn't sure, so I uploaded them each anyways. The first one is ODST standing inside the city. There's the area that's got like the overhang with all the pillars and stuff like that. And then you've got, a shot from the park or garden area, whatever you want to call it. We've also got a third one that I forgot I had on here, which is a nighttime shot from inside the city in the park area. Looks pretty good. Nothing too crazy or major, but it looks decent. So, getting back to stuff I know for sure is new, is a picture of the industrial area, again, from another angle. This shot, you can see the monorail again, and you can see some roads and stuff in those dome structures in the background, as well as some shipping containers in the very back center area. In the forefront of the area, they show off some new walkways that have been added. I think those are new at least. And they go over some water and stuff, so that's really cool looking. Nothing too crazy or major. But like I say, the thing that makes a game is the small detail. It really is. I mean, that's something I always thought made a classic compared to, just a regular game or a good game. Look at Skyrim, look at Mass Effect or anything like that, where you got all this data and you can just pour through ton and ton of detail on these things if you wanted to. Moving on, we've got a shot of the rail from actually on it. There's a tunnel or something it goes through, and it dips down into the station. You can see the station in the background, with some walkways that look like they go over the road here, and that road turns in and it probably goes into that industrial area. Smattering of buildings in the background. Nothing too crazy here, but it just shows off the monorail in the area a little bit further. We've got another shot of the monorail from on it. This time it's textured and stuff, so you can see the extra details on there. You've got some escalators and stuff going up on each side. Nothing's really changed on it, just like I said. Big thing here is the texturing. That's really the only thing that's changed. And here, like I said, small detail. You've got all these shipping containers, and I don't have the full image pulled up here, so I can't take a look at it right offhand. But actually, you know what? Yes, I do. In my video editor, it's really low quality, so it's kind of hard to tell even on these this pulled up version what the companies are. But you've got Traxxas, Cobb, something with a J, Ascalon. So you got some Halo companies in there. I'm not sure if they're all Halo companies or not. I'm not familiar with the Cobb company and the one with the J there, but obviously I'm familiar with Ascalon and Traxxas. Those being the really common ones you see a lot. Okay, so that's really all the structures, but that's not it. We still got more to go, guys. So the assault rifle is seeing a major overhaul now. The first thing we've made progress on is the MA5K, and this image up right now is an old image. You guys have seen it before if you watched my previous videos about this. Essentially what this is it was just a attachment like the ammo counter was for the original assault rifle. You just plopped it right on there and you're set to go. The ammo counter was based off the battle rifles. Well, it's seen a pretty big overhaul, and I'll kind of talk about that here. So this first image that's new is another shot of the ammo counter. Now, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle what the changes have been made, except for to the ammo counter. Now you can tell the ammo counter has been turned into something based off of the MA5 or MA37, whatever they used in Reach. I can't remember which one that was. I think it was the MA37. I can't believe I can't remember that, but you can tell there's also a rail now on top of the weapon, on top of the attachment. So there's actually a second rail that's attached to. So not only is there one on the main gun, but there's one attached to the ammo counter itself. And then there's I actually have no idea what these things are used for in weapons, but they're on the FAMAS too. It's like, it almost looks like a trigger. I know that's not what it is, but that's what it looks like. That goes back and forth on the weapons been added. And then the weapon in full glory here from a side shot here. You get to see the weapon and its new design. Now this is massively changed from the original, from the one I just showed you guys a few minutes ago or a few seconds ago, wherever it was at this point. And you can tell it's made a lot shorter now. It's replaced the grip on it. It's totally changed. Like I said, you've got the rail and stuff. I mean, a lot of that stuff we just saw in that previous image. The counter was sized down some, it looks like. It's not quite as big. Going back, on the other shot, you see that the barrel's changed. The flashlight's pretty much the same thing. I'm assuming the flashlight will just be attachment like before. So it looks a lot better. Even this version, though, isn't 100% faithful to Reach. Now, there's some differences in the grip and some other stuff. And I'll post a image of Ghost of Onyx cover, just so you guys can see the difference between that and this. Now, keep in mind that there isn't really a whole lot of referencing for this weapon. This is something that's not in any of the games. It's only talked about in the books, and as far as I know, the official stuff from Microsoft, Bungie, and 343, there's only the one book cover for this that you get to actually look at. So it's not just the new variant of the gun that's been designed. However, the MA5B is being overhauled as well. Now, a lot of you guys found out about that Smart Link scope through my video. Some of you guys knew about it already. Well, that's getting changed. Now, it will no longer magnify. It will still be there from what I was reading on the Reddit, but it will be a red dot scope instead of magnifying the image, and that's good balance wise. I mean, I guess I'd rather like the scope on there. Sorry, I'm sure you guys can hear me typing in the background. I'm trying to double check like always. I forget to do this every time. I always forget to check for updates and stuff on the ModDB page and stuff like that. I'm so bad about that Because sometimes stuff does get posted on there that doesn't get posted otherwise on the Reddit or even the actual page on Bohemia Interactive. So let me look at the dates. So yeah, 27th of September, 22nd of September. So those images I showed you guys were old. I just don't know if I've included them in my last video or not, and I probably did. So I apologize about that. So anyways, going back to the weapon here. So now it's gonna have been up on the screen for a while. You guys can already tell that it's got rails on there now. So because they're getting rid of the magnification, you will be able to attach a scope to the weapon now. The scope they have on there is untextured. I don't know if that's supposed to be a scope they're custom designing for this or if it's based off another scope. It looks a lot like a lot of scopes I've seen in real life, so I don't know if that's just imported from something or if they're just custom creating their own scope for that purpose. Either way, it looks good. I mean, I personally prefer using the non grenade launcher, non-scoped version, but that's just because I like it looking like the original. So, I mean, other than that, though, it looks good. It should be really good for gameplay purposes. It will be a good balance. As you guys can see, the original is still there. You can get the non-railed version, so that's nice. Keeping with weapons here, we're gonna move outside of Operation Trebuchet and go into First Contact mod. And there's not really been a whole lot. It's been pretty quiet still. And he's got one thing that he's put out, and this is still really cool. It's the carbine. The carbine was something he worked on. Actually, one of the first weapons he worked on, but never made a release because he quit working on it. He didn't really know what to do with the scope, and it was a little bit beyond his skill at the time. It looks really good now, I think. I mean, it might not meet the same quality that you'd see with the regular Operation Trebuchet stuff, but it's still really good looking. And he's going back and touching up the other weapons and stuff too. I think it was the plasma pistol he's already done. He's going to revisit the plasma rifle at a later time. So it's really cool to see that stuff getting done. And we're still not done yet, though, guys. We got a little bit more to go here. We've got HUDs. So there's a new member of the Operation Trebuchet team. His name is Wilkes. I lost the post. I thought, oh yeah, okay, Big Wilk. And he's joined the team, and he's working on a new HUD. Now I got screenshots of the HUD here, but he's got his own video, and I'll try to remember to link that when I go to post. Oh, sorry guys, when I go to post this video here. And you guys can kind of tell from these images here that he's got various things he's testing out on these HUDs, and each image is a little bit different. The first one's just basically his base image that he's got going with it. It's just the outline of the, I guess, it looks like a Spartan helmet is what it looks like. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what it looks like to me. It's blocked off in that way. And then you get a little bit further, and you've got the ODST HUD overlaid on that. And you see some stuff added onto the ODST HUD that's not originally there. One looks like battery power. Let me see if I can actually find that thread really quick so I can tell you a little bit better what is actually on there. And this might take me a second, guys, so I do apologize. I should have had all this ready before I did the video. Like I said, I'm just really bad about doing stuff like that. Maybe. Okay, here it is. So he posted stuff about 5 days ago. Of course, it's on Imager, so it's gonna have like, it's just gonna explode the internet. Let me pull up his video and pause it. So on there, you've got a few different things that are new on the HUD. It's got some numbers and stuff that seem, I don't know, they're changing, so I don't know if it's actually got purpose. Oh yeah, so now that the video's actually had a chance to load, it's got unit ID, so it's got your name, it's got the date, it's got the time, your grid location, ATZ. Is that supposed to be altitude? I don't know what that is. Any rate, then on the other side of the top part of the HUD, you've got health and battery. Now I don't know how the battery is gonna work, but obviously the health you'll probably have like some sort of green health bar or something similar to ODST. It's a little bit different on the display, and you guys can't see it on the screen you're looking at because you've got that black overlaid where the health would be. It's just right above that battery. The battery, I don't really know how that's gonna work. In the lower left-hand corner, it's got a shadow of the image you have equipped, and then in the lower right-hand corner, it's got a map laid out. And this is an animated HUD, so now when you get rid of your HUD, the visor lifts up. It doesn't just like disappear. The visor, like the HUD itself, like lifts up into the top of the helmet. I don't know if I like it that way, but it's cool. It's animated. I like that it's animated. So you can still, turn the HUD on and off. If you don't like the HUD, you don't have to use the HUD, but it's definitely cooler looking. There's something going on at the top of the screen, and I think this is hooked up to Ace, because it looks like that might be weapon heat or something, because it's after he fires the weapon for a while, you start to see a yellow bar pop up, and when he quits firing the weapon, the yellow bar disappears. So that would be really cool to see that sort of integrated in. I don't know if we're going to actually see that, though, or how that will be integrated in. But he is part of the team now, so expect those changes coming maybe this next update, because it looks like he's already got pretty good progress and he's got some experience doing this. Anyways, guys, I'm starting to lose my voice here, so I don't know how much longer I can keep this video up, so we're just going to end it here. Like always, make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. I appreciate you guys putting up with me being sick. And, yeah, just keep checking back for more Operation Trebuchet news, because there's definitely going to be more on the horizon now that they're getting back into the swing of things. Alright, guys, have a good one.